Fentanyl has touched the lives of children in Michigan in irreparable ways, and these numbers tell part of the story. 10,000 children lost a parent to an overdose in Michigan between 2000 and 2022. In West Michigan, that includes more than 1,600 children. Researchers from 2 universities in our state are now working to identify where those children are and if they have access to the resources that could help them deal with the loss. Losing a parent for any reason is life-changing for a child. It can be even more challenging when that loss involves an overdose.
Really, our mission is to ensure that no child who has experienced a parental drug overdose death grieves alone.
Louisa Compt is a professor at Wayne State University working with other researchers through Hope HQ. They want to know where the child bereavement service deserts are in Michigan.
And we did notice that the children who experienced an overdose death in their families, that their bereavement process was unique and more complex.
This map shows areas of West Michigan where deserts exist, meaning places where children don't have easy access to grief support after losing a parent to an overdose. Kent and Calhoun counties have the worst ratios of care options.
We all need to do better.
That's no surprise to Karen Ketterer, the program director for Ellie's Place in Grand Rapids.
What happens in silence is people suffer in silence, and they don't get the support that they need. And then, those kids don't know what to do with all of those feelings.
Ellie's Place offers support for children and their families as they grieve. What are the unique challenges for kids like that who have lost a parent to an overdose?
So sometimes they can feel more isolated than even they would for another type of death due to other circumstances. It can make them feel like they don't have anyone to talk to about it.
Children who come here are part of support groups with other kids who know their pain.
Due to the prevalence of substance use deaths, they're very likely to have another child within their group that have experienced that as well.
Ketterer shared an experience with one family she says is common. The child didn't know how their parent died and thought someone had broken into the house and killed them.
It came out within group that they thought that somebody came in and hurt their person, and they were having a lot of trouble with sleeping and nightmares and things. And through those conversations that were being had in each group, we were able to work with the family so that they felt comfortable talking to their child about what happened.
The grandparents were hurting too and were left to figure out how to manage while suddenly raising a grandchild.
That family is doing remarkably well, and we've gone past childhood into the teen years, and she's doing great.
Researchers at Hope HQ want to make sure more children have access to agencies like Ellie's Place as drugs like fentanyl continue to steal parents away. Those researchers cross-referenced overdose death records with names on birth certificates to identify where these children are. They plan to publish their findings sometime this year. Tomorrow night, you can watch our special Lethal Dose starting at 7 o'clock right after News 8 at 6.